Yes, y'all. It's me. See, and I'm here back again. Of course, with another video slash podcast. And again, another day where, on day 19th of my 365 video journey, you see a video basically of just the graphic image that I'm using, speakers slash the main platform that I distribute and record to use my podcast. So again, if y'all were looking to see my face, if y'all been following me or starting to follow this journey, y'all got plenty of videos y'all can choose from, and will hopefully, if I stay consistent until October the 8th, 2020, you'll be able, from then. So, again, I could have went and made a video, but I chose not to. Now, I just wanted to make a quick video that I'm actually happy I did. I did do my goal of being able to finally be able to catch up with my Greenleaf reviews. Now, so if y'all were able to watch or starting right, thank you. I appreciate everyone in advances that has looked and is planning on looking at my videos. So I actually ended up doing the last 4 episodes. I just forget it. And I didn't have like the insomnia, interesting enough, like I did the other night when I just did 2 shows and I didn't stay. I kind of like probably had stayed up to during like 4 last night. I didn't upload them until today. So I uploaded the current episode, which was episode 8, and just went ahead and just upload all the remaining amount of the videos. Now, if y'all actually are waiting for me, because, to catch up, which is like during about 8 or 9 episodes, I don't know, I stopped counting, with the Love at the Lockup, like I said, I don't even know when they're going to have a season finale. So, I was originally, I ain't going to lie, was going to start, I was going to upload them anyway, but I was going to start originally, like, going ahead and recording. I'm still debating on should I do a movie review on Dolomite and Now, Timothy Bland, please check out his channel. So I was looking at him. He was talking about the movie a bit. So, I wanted to ask y'all if you're going to listen to this podcast and possibly comment, should I do Dolomite? I may do that, but I don't see a lot of people. But one show I'm not going to review that I thought about reviewing, which I was kind of iffy. Actually, I'm going to bring up 2 reviews. Of that, 2 shows that I was thinking about reviewing, excuse me. For one thing, I was thinking about originally reviewing the Wu-Tang American Saga. Now, I had, the Into the Wu-Tang, because I ain't gonna lie, it's like I would play certain songs. I think I got it on tape and got it on CD. I had Raekwon, Built for Cuban Links. I think Ghost State Supreme, a couple of his things. Of course, Takao, Method Man's Old Dirty Bastards first CD. I know I had that. And I didn't have all the members, but those were like I said, so I had a couple of the CDs, but I ain't gonna lie, I did not listen to all of them, but I did support, like, the Wu-Tang. I think, like I said, I had another CD, but I know definitely Into the 36 Chambers I had, and I had gotten that. And, of course, like I said, I know I had Goldface. I didn't have Jizza and RZA's albums when they did the Bondage. I didn't have them, okay? Like I said, I just listed who I had. And I had Method Man when he was with Mary Man when they did the Blackout. I don't think I had the Blackout tune, bought that. So I was thinking about, even though not because I came from the era, I was thinking about because I did purchase the albums. Now, like I said, I didn't listen to, like, the material. I just went straight to the songs. If y'all remember the box had on that were popular, and that's why I got the album and listening to it. If y'all remember ODB Brooklyn Zoo, I even purchased because that's it. I don't know why. I always thought that was like a hidden song to me personally, but it wasn't like out there as much as I don't know, Shimmy Shimmy Y'all. You know what I mean? And I just for some reason was tickled by the video. But I did buy ODB's, like I said, first album. So, because I had, I did support Wu-Tang and some of the members, some of their, solo careers by buying some, like I said, purchasing some of their music, earlier music. Um, I was debating on should I review that show, because the season finale, I think they're going to have, based the way in, because I follow Mark Dark TV. He's the only one I know that has been ongoing, has been doing, not because I'm saying it just because I follow him, he has good content. He also has like power addiction, stuff like that. Also, Jay Moore has done that. He also has, I have found him recently because he also did Euphoria reviews as well. But they give like good commentary, predictions about power and stuff in certain other shows. So that's why, like I said, that's what I'm thinking on top of my head. So, he just did the review. So the way it's set up, it sounds like it's going to be another, it's going to be another season of the Wu-Tang Saga. And the only reason why is that, because like I said, even though I financially supported these people, some people like the real Wu-Tang fans, I don't want to be like people that get offended because I certain stuff I didn't know. You know what I mean? Because there's some people like, be more offended than the people who lived through the situation themselves. Like, RZA gives you like, you mispronounced the name wrong. I seen one man, that reviewed the show, and they got mad. I didn't get a chance to even enjoy the review, and they got rid of get mad because he accidentally mispronounced somebody's name wrong. And you haven't watched, you don't know nothing about Wu-Tang, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, it's like certain stuff that I know, but I'm just still, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about them. So I felt like, you know what, let me go ahead and I still need to watch the show. I haven't watched it yet. But like I said, the Dolomite, I may consider doing a movie review. Because I do want, excuse me for yawning. Because I'm not really even sleepy. I ain't gonna lie. Took me a minute, but it wasn't as bad as the other day. But I woke up, I ain't gonna lie, I woke up around 12 something by the time I went to bed. But I didn't feel the achy feeling. I think I was accomplished. Sat there, just did my little, had my little thumbnails. And like I had all the special effects and stuff to them. I ain't a professional, okay, with that. But I just did what I did, and then I just went ahead and uploaded, in chronological order, basically, but backwards, like 8 to 2 instead of 2 to, 2 to 8, out of the episodes. So if I didn't have to I ended up getting asked to be dog sit Colonel again by his mama. Yeah, I'm putting her on blast. And so he was here a couple hours, like 3 hours. I'm glad he's older, that he be want to take naps. He eat cool. He play. His other auntie came over, great auntie came over. He good to go. And of course my parents, so he, kind of had his nap in and stuff too. And he's not like, like I said, like a puppy is, which is like I said, it's not exactly like, a baby, human baby, people baby, but still a baby. So that's a lot of work. But I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. I did see the latest episode, Love at the Lock, but like I said, I'm so behind. But I'm just going to take my time doing it. I know I talk a lot about really stuff I'm reviewing in shows, but if it's one of those times like during certain times of the seasons, there's a lot of premieres and season premieres of announcements, whatever, that come out with new shows, new films, or changes, or season films. So since we're getting ready for a change where, the winter's about to come in a second, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, the end of the year, whatever's about to come up, we're seeing a lot of premieres that are starting to come in new shows, or, new shows. So I don't know. Like I said, I did kind of was just annoyed by 15 Minutes of Ambitions, and even made a video about that like a couple months back when Ambitions first came on. But I'm like, I may go ahead and try it and try to review it, because here's why I also had to change my mind, y'all, and maybe decide to review it. Not to just review the show just to review the show, but also the fact that if I am committed to reviewing that this hot, but hot, but a good ass mess it looks like, of Tyler Perry's show with the soap opera, and Sisters is more chilled, but I still want to continue watching it. If I can review both those shows, and like I said, if I, the fact I was able to watch the first 5 minutes to the show, like I said, watch over, not just the fact watch my review if you haven't already, but watch the show and watch other people. Like I said, I kind of had to list like who was reviewing what, because some people maybe review. I think James Caldwell, he said he's going to upload and review both shows. Really Be TV, I know top of my head that she, I know she reviewed Sister. She couldn't take Oval. Ashley Miller is reviewing the Oval. I'm trying to see. It's like some of us are divided. Some of them are not going to review any of the shows at all, or some might only review one and not the other one. And Rodney was deciding whether or not she should review any of the shows. Forest Rock is not going to. The Ghetto View, Miss Nika, and shout out my YouTube cousin. I don't think she's reviewing any one of the shows, period. But still check out her channel, okay? It's spelled THA Ghetto View. All word. All one word, okay? Mr. Still Standing, he's not reviewing. Oh, Random Action, I think she's still on the break, my other YouTube cousin. Also, Jules on her channel, she's still not back yet. But that's where I was thinking about, like, if I can review those type of shows and add them in, Ambition should, I should not have a problem reviewing Ambition. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to go ahead, because it comes back November the 12th. So by this time, by now, November 12th is like this. It's already October 26th, and it's already 11:07. So that means in a minute, in a minute, it's about to be next week, which means if people celebrate Halloween, which means November, is going to be this, next Friday. Not even the whole technically whole weekend, in about an hour from now. And then by next weekend, heck, we go back and get an extra hour of sleep, so that's good for us. Yay. So, what I was saying is, I was thinking about the Wu-Tang Clan, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to sit there and probably watch this show. I heard it was actually a good show. So, like I said, I'm definitely going to watch it, but I don't know even if I review it if it comes back. I was thinking, but I knew there was no chance I was going to review this show, because I feel like the fact that if something is based on books, depending on sometimes, or comics and graphic novels and certain things, I don't know. I think you've got to be really cautious about reviewing shows sometimes, and you don't, like in some cases, some people might check you, because I've seen it in the comments of certain shows that I can't think of the top of my head, about people who feel some type of way. If you have, just like what I just brought the example, is about the Wu-Tang stuff, about that man, I've forgotten, I'm not trying to say it, I'm not trying to get chat, but I do remember the comments about some people coming at him. Some people like, hey, you just reviewing the show, it's okay. And for some of these people be acting like they get paid, like, how dare you not representing, or mispronounce or don't know the background. So I was honestly thinking, because I'm not gonna lie, I just watched Ashley Miller's It Is What It Is, that she just posted last night, earlier today. I think I was watching it and listening to it when I was starting, to upload my videos and type all that stuff to YouTube, So, like I said, like I said, y'all, I may go ahead and do my name, but I may do it a couple days later, because a lot of people, I think, reviewed the trailer when I did the Google, not the Google search, but the Yahoo. I'm about to say Yahoo, YouTube. But a lot of people have not, besides Timothy Blaine. Like I said, check out the channel. That actually have recapped the movie. Okay, just like I'm thinking about. Because I know they had limited theater release, but the movie, like I said, I'm thinking about how I've been seeing posted every DeVar channel. I think a company that shows in the Bernie Kane movie. I'm really considering about but trying to avoid not having so much speaker, I was gonna say speaker spoiler alerts, into the thing. So, anyways, y'all, like I said with the Watchmen, I know I was jumping a little around the place. Now, Watchmen is based on the comics, and based on the comics. I have not read the comics. I know what's going on. And, it's interesting, y'all. I'm just going to confess. Y'all haven't noticed, y'all see the back of the tattoo. And a few people on Instagram probably I may, in the future, 9 times 10, make my Instagram public again. But me and my sis, 2 years ago, on October the 8th, 2017, have gotten matching, sister, BB forever, tats, whatever. And I actually got the idea. I have found or bought a little frisbee Wonder Woman and just added stars and wrap around. So it's wrapped around our right wrist. And you know what's so funny is I'm just gonna confess real quick. I didn't know nothing about DC and Marvel and how this different all these characters stuff until honestly like last year when you started hearing when they started making more of these superhero movies. I thought Batman, Superman, and all these other characters, all these people, Wonder Woman, they were all, I mean, I think they still in the same thing, ain't they? But, like, hearing about Black Panther, I knew, like, Black Panther. Now, see, like I said, I used to watch shows like the X-Men back in the day, when it used to come on Fox TV. Now, I knew because I read up on it, like, Storm used to be married to Black Panther. Now, I knew about that, like, Black Panther to that, or to that degree. But I did not read the comics. So I kind of just someone knew a little bit about X-Men, but I didn't know whether they're DC, Marvel, or just somebody else, whatever, at all. And I still don't know who the heck is X-Men under. Are they Marvel, DC, or just something else? Okay, but anyway, like I said, me and sis like represent. We love Wonder Woman, whatever. But that's DC. We got DC on our thing, but we haven't read no comic books and nothing like that, or like B and like the Marvel movies. I haven't seen Black Panther yet still, or like the Avengers one, the other one, or a lot of movies. I just honestly just seen Wonder Woman. I mean, it had good special effects, but it wasn't like a movie that really drove me, whatever. I still may see the sequel, whatever that comes out. But all these Marvel movies, Iron Man, I haven't seen any of them. I just told you the only Marvel movie that I see, I only just mentioned one, but that's DC. I haven't, like, watched these, the chapters of the Marvel movies. I have not watched the chapters of all these DC movies, okay? So I've not seen Aquaman. No, just like I said, the only movie I've seen out of DC Marvel combined as far as these past, 10 something years or whatever, has been just Wonder Woman. Okay? That's it. I think I seen Superman when I was a kid, the one that occurred with Chris Release was still was still alive, whatever. And seeing them when I was a kid. But I seen like scattered movies like He-Man. Like I said, I didn't know about the Marvel and the DC thing. So, anyways, going back to this is why it's important why I brought this with the Watchmen thing. Now, Watchmen, like I said, I don't know, and I'm about to Google right now because thank goodness that's the importance about using this on the phone. Even though I know I can use this on my computer as well, the recording thing. But this is, like I said, such a lovely feature that I could just sit here and record. And not to say this is professional, y'all, I'm still learning about it. But I do want to know about, is Watchmen like an independent, like they're not under Marvel, DC, and the reason why I was supporting this because I up there and looked at it because, like I said, when Ashman was talking a little bit about the first episode, then I could have sworn somebody else. I mean, I read about, of course, the Wikipedia, and like I said, I did not watch. I watched a Connection TV, shout out Connection TV, and Wesley is actually the creator, film director, writer. He's very talented, whatever. He has his own streaming network and stuff now, to like broadcast short films and other stuff. He still comes on YouTube, but you sometimes you get reviews and you get longer reviews now. You join the streaming service as well, but he still has good content. And one of the characters he also has one character. I think it's only one, and he has like panels about different topics and stuff. I think it's color. I don't want to like mess up the name. I don't whatever. And but okay, yeah, based on Alan Moore and Gibbons, like superhero. Like I said, okay, all right. Yeah, Watchmen is from DC Comics, a limited series, the same name. Okay, that's what I was saying. Like I thought, it's either DC or Marvel, but I didn't know which one they were under. And under Wesley, under the character Moan Simone, was talking about the first episode, which came on last night. Maybe not last week. And it was pretty interesting. I guess they premiered Sunday night. And I seen the trailer for when Regina King. So I definitely was thinking about possibly reviewing the show just to catch. No offense, I'm not to be biased, but Regina King, I knew about Regina King ever since 227 came out. Okay? I thought the guy play her, to play her on, like her boy crush, whatever, lived in Calvin was cute as well. But I mean, cute. I remember him, but I don't know what that actor's name was. But I'm just saying is Regina King. I knew about her, like I said, since 227 days, and and like I said, she's talented as heck, and just talented as heck. Okay, and so I wanted to watch the series based on that, but like I said, I did not watch the movie. I did not read the comics. So I read an article earlier about the Watchmen or how people did that. And guess what? People who read the comics and or I think seen the movie are saying that how sometimes it could be, you could be the same subject, just like there's a different spin. You could have on the same topic. Some people, might generally cook something the same way, but some people might have their different spins, secret recipes and stuff, and do stuff differently, okay? So in the case of, in this film, and this particular, based on comics, loose comic characters, they have changed, like, I guess, like, the timing, what it's based on and stuff. They're basically saying it sucks ass. I think they said that. I think it would have turned. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not taking no chance with you. Even though, like I said, Wesley creating when he was talking more with Simone, and like I said, even though it was entertaining, even though it was like the limited one because you have to go to streaming, which I think is actually an excellent idea about providing a streaming service, but option. But I was just like, that made me want to watch it. When Ashley Miller was talking about it for a couple minutes in her Is What It Is thing, it made me also want to possibly review. But I'm like, one thing I have learned is that we're reviewing certain shows just because some people, it may only be 1-2 persons that, are reviewing the show. That doesn't mean review it just because. Because I've seen a lot of people who reviewed The Watchmen when I, of course, not Googled, but YouTube searched. And I'm like, I don't think I want to mess with these people. Like, they look like they had, comic books in the background, artwork, t-shirts. All I'm like, took time doing their thumbnails. Look like they went to school to go to, not say the school, but at least training. And I've been on YouTube, even though I've been taking a break. But technically, let's be true. I started on YouTube really in the fall of 2013. Well, I started making videos, a couple of them. I just saying hi in the summer of 2013. And shout out to my first YouTube cousin that was like, hi, I found him. He was recommendations. He was like, hi, Tasha, how you doing? And he was the first person who responded, coming to me. And, also check out, he's reviewing The Walking Dead and reviewing Power. Definitely subscribe to him, y'all, and check him out. Might be, I think it just might be 801 sometimes, but I think it's, you could also say might be as well. So, but like I said, I've been on YouTube for some time, and I still, I still stuff that I don't know how to do, which is a lot. Okay, but I'm just like, I know I don't want to try that. I've done that before where I tried like reviewing a series. Like I said, even though Blacklist is a show I stopped watching, not because it's not good, I just stopped watching it. I actually reviewed the pilot and never did that. And I don't think no one else has like really reviewed Blacklist probably, except probably AfterBuzz. But it's still on there, and I got, like I said, catch up like basically the whole 7th season because I only watched a couple episodes of Blacklist and then stopped watching it. But, and then I did, because A Connection TV, when, like I said, he was reviewing this, the Real World, and I used to like the Real World, especially the days, like, they were, like, going to Hawaii, stuff during around that time. And when they had the Real World, the X World or whatever, Explosion, when they brought the X's back and all this other stuff, I reviewed the show, and there was so many a-holes I had to block that were jackasses on there, just keeping it real. That were negative reviewing or had a bunch of shit to say. I'm just going to say it like that. I'm explicit on my reviews that I had to block this person. I mean, it was at least 8, about at least 8 bad comments. Troll hole comments, I like to call it. And it was weird the same thing when I reviewed Bring It. when I used to watch, because I ain't gonna lie, when I used to, I ain't gonna lie, I had got the idea to actually review Bring It from um, Justin's TV, Justin J's TV. He was reviewing the show. I was reviewing the show, and but I had a bunch of kids that need to actually go ahead and read their books. That was like saying shit, a bunch of damn crow comments. So it's one of those damn their reviews that I had to go ahead and disable the comments. It's the same as Love You Ain't Wrong, because people are acting like I'm supposed to be responsible for providing a free show and whatever to them or whatever their problem is. So I had to disable the comments too for that particular show as well. I think they're doing another one. I don't know, but I just don't want to deal with I don't know. Just like I said, I also who else? It's just I just rather do a show like at least if a couple people more are reviewing it. So like I said, I'm not taking no chances reviewing Watchmen, and I don't know. Then people, not to say I should be able to do what the heck I want in terms like if I want to review the show. It's just that it would be more understanding if I at least read the material before actually saying, compare and contrast, doing reviews. Like I said, that's the reason why I didn't do Queen Sugar, and I end up getting behind where I got to now watch all 4 seasons before the next season. I finally listened to the audiobook version last summer. Yeah, this past summer. No, not this past summer. Last year. I got getting summers mixed up. And I actually, listen to the audiobook. So sometimes if, say, there is reading material product, I feel like reading the books first to get a better understanding or, whatever, before, say, like, watching the series. Like I said, the Dolomite is my name, even though, Dolomite, I didn't see, because I wasn't here yet. I wasn't born yet. Okay. I have seen movies of Rudy Ray Moore. And so that's where I'm like, I will review it because it's not like I don't know who Rudy Ray Moore is in terms of, some of his work. Because I've seen it, some of his movies when I got, of course, grown and able to see that. But I do know who, like some of the classics that Rudy Ray Moore has. So that would be pretty interesting. And just to see it, these stars in this particular movie and see how it goes. But, excuse me, y'all. I don't think I'm doing Love at the Lockup tonight. Any reviews or starting them. Like I said, I seen in the corner that they ain't even got no time when they're going to it's a season finale. And like I said, it's just like, I just decided I wanted to be consistent. Just like I got catched up with the David Makes Man reviews, and now, thank goodness, the Greenleafs. I was going to, like I said, take my time, though, with Love at the Lockup, because it's not really in demand. And so, I'm just like, let me just go ahead and just take my time. But shows I wished I would have reviewed, besides that, like I said, if I would have read the comics and stuff, I probably, whatever, I probably would have. I mean, I'm not more so a comic person, but I had to read actually some graphic art books for some English courses I took back, years ago, like 12, 13 years ago. Like one class, I had to read both a graphic novel called Maus, Maus, and it was basic like animals in different forms. There was a graphic art about a Jewish young man who's getting the stories about surviving World War II and being in a concentration camp, and his grandfather surviving the concentration camps, but they're showing them they're in the form of they're mouses, and they got cats and they got dogs, certain people. So like I said, I read that. And I think Perliosis, I know I'm saying the name wrong. Ooh, forgive me. I was able to choose that novel. It was a couple other novels, but that one stood out to me. That graphic, it was one graphic novel, and I forgot the 2 of the books to choose to write your last report on. And Pearl is just like a girl that was like talking about surviving Iran, and they even made a movie about it, and it looks like the same form as a graphic art form. And it was just like, I think, like I said, the war, I think in Iran, but I know it's PERPO IS or something like that. But I know they came out with a movie with that. Like I said, I read both of those novels, so I don't know. If not, see, I probably wouldn't watch Maz if it came out as a movie because, you know, um, I couldn't take. I mean, not that I couldn't take. I had no choice but to read it because it was part of my, my class. But the way it was set up is, if this was like any other form, I wouldn't be able to to read or take the pictures or nothing like that. It was nothing like saying going to, Replica and seeing, unfortunately, the horror story of watching these people, like being tortured, effects of being tortured, or just their dead bodies, and unfortunately being, just all this crazy stuff and sick stuff that like I said, that was a real horror show. And that was real life. But like I said, the way that book was. So yeah. Dang, I went past a certain amount of minutes. Not a certain amount of minutes, but I thought I was just going to cover it. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm excited that I at least caught up with the Greenleaf as well. That's on my list because, like I said, I'm working on trying to be more consistent, and like I said, it's, my illnesses not, illnesses, because I say plural, because sometimes the bronchitis and stuff can bother me occasionally as well still, but, and / asthma. But I just felt great that even though I didn't, I wasn't feeling well, didn't get on here for about a month or so, because by mid-September, I kind of drifted away for a while. But now I'm back, so like I said, I'm happy that I feel better enough where I'm able to get back to doing these shows. And it's a goal that I wanted to do because, I was consistent with a few shows, but some shows I canceled because I didn't feel well to complete them. So I don't regret not finishing Black Ink Compton because the way the season ran. And I don't feel, not because it's not a good season, even though seasons annoy me like hell. If you watch other people who review the show, which I think is Jay Lee's Corner, Bondi Blue, Just Call Me Wah, I think she's in 90 shows. Auntie's Advice also reviews the shows. And I'm not trying to lie, I don't know who else reviews the 90 Days to Set those people, but definitely check all those people out. But I will be probably doing the new 90 Days to Season 7 when it comes out very soon. I'm just going to start with a whole nother one. So I don't regret, even though I kind of wished I would have, I'm like, they got plenty of other spinoffs that I could catch on. So, it is what it is. You can't do it all. Life happens. But anyway, I'm yawning like I'm sleepy. Don't you hate that, y'all? I mean, don't like it? I don't like to use the word hate. But when you'll be sitting there yawning as if you're really sleepy and you're not. But like I said, at least I was able to get the Greenleaf on there. So I'll start probably maybe tomorrow or something or whenever. But I'm not going to give y'all, so if y'all give y'all a specific date when I'm going to do the reviews for the Love at the Lockup, I'll just say soon. Because like I said, nobody is really checking for, not say checking for it, but it's just the season is so blah that it's like, okay, I'll get to them while I get to them. But I know everybody's probably waiting for, the Life at the Lockup spin-off part. What is the so-called secret that Michael has to tell Michelle, Melissa? I don't even forgot what her damn name is. Whatever. But anyways, hugs and loves, y'all. Good night. See y'all next episode. I probably in the next couple of days, finally get back on camera. But yeah, y'all. I'm about to get off here. And night. Okay. Take care.